touchdown. Field goal. Hello. Welcome back. I'm a Packer, Green Bay. Hold on. I'm here to educate you. But first, let me show you my qualifications. There you go. I'm a quarterback. So there's my identification disc. Scan that with your eyeballs, and then you know I'm telling you the truth. So, yeah. Anyway, this is a police academy. Here training police officers on how to do their jobs better and serve the American people better. All right, honey, can you come over here? Lesson number 1. How to get inside the mind of a criminal. And proper nutrition. Because police officers got to run fast. You got to run and catch a bad guy. If he's, you know, you got to be the man. You got to be a shark. You smell blood in the water and they start running, you got to attack. It's a dog eat dog world out there. You got to go and get them. So, you got to eat healthy and keep your muscles strong so that when the time comes, you can execute and catch the bad guys. Now, here we go. Let's pretend for a minute that I'm a criminal and I'm a burglar. All right. I got my weapons because I'm an evil bad man burglar and I break into buildings and steal stuff. How to get inside that person's mind. One of the things that can help you profile is things like facial hair. For example, people that have big old beards, they're more apt to do illegal stuff. It's just the way it is. It's just statistics. Especially like terroristic shit like that. People with beards, you gotta watch out for those people. You gotta watch out for them. They may be as a terrorist, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I grow this beard. It's just for educational purposes, to teach the police that oftentimes criminals, and especially terrorists, they be growing their facial hair all crazy like, and they're crazy people. Also, if they drive an unmarked box truck, they probably could be a terrorist, or they selling drugs, or they trafficking children and trying to pick up children from the playground. So, you know, it's say that you're supposed to treat everybody equally, and they're innocent until proven guilty. And we do that, but not really. Because the fact that I'm telling you this is going to put a bias in your brain so that in the future, when you do encounter a person like this, you're going to give them a little bit more shit than you would the average Joe who's nice and clean shaven and has his shirt tucked in and everything. He's probably, you know, it's just human nature. So we say that we do that, but the fact that we educate you on this is kind of proof that we're not going to do it that way, because now I just put a bias in your brain. So next time you see someone with an unmarked truck, you're going to be more apt to give them shit and kick them out of the park, even though they're a law-abiding citizen in the middle of the day. And you can do that. You can do whatever the fuck you want if you're a cop, because we give you guns and you just do what the fuck. That's fun. It's a lot of fun. I love being cops. So anyway, back to nutrition and burglary. So, you know, I got my crazy heads thing on. I got these horrible weapons, and and I probably stole a hamburger. Some call me the Hamburglar, and in fact, I'm loving it. This a hamburger. Now, something you've always wanted to ask a burglar, something you've always wanted to ask a hamburglar is, what's the best way to eat a hamburger? I'm about to show you. Here it is. It's so delicious, and it only costs $1. Or maybe it's $2 nowadays with inflation, I don't know. Don't litter, that's illegal. I did that just to show you that's what burglars do. They don't care. They're just a menace to society. We got to get them off the streets. So then, you know, you got the pickles and everything, and it's like, woo, like in the commercials, it's like, wow, flying through the air, the hamburgers dancing and stuff. And it's like, look at how delicious. This has been in the garbage for like 5 days and it still smells delicious. But anyway, this is the best way to eat a proper diet. How do you eat, or what's the best way to eat a hamburger? As it turns out, this it is. Don't eat it. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage. Don't eat McDonald's. It's garbage food. It's bad for you. It'll make you fat. If you eat too many donuts too, cops, it'll make you fat and slow, and then you can't catch the bad guys. So this is what you do. You do it like a real American. You go and you cook your own hamburgers at home on the grill. Then you eat them with your family. That's what good law-abiding citizens do. They don't go to McDonald's. That's lesson number 1 for the Police Training Academy. Okay. What else? Now, also, it's a stressful job. It's a stressful job being a police officer, okay? You got to deal with some of the most worst criminals ever, and you have to do that day in and day out, and it can make you go crazy. It'll make you depressed. It'll make you just, oh, so horrible. And so one of the coping mechanisms that I've developed over time is because the world is just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, this place. And especially if you're a cop dealing with the most ridiculous of the most ridiculous. The average Joe is pretty ridiculous in and of himself, but the criminals are extra ridiculous, and it'll make you go crazy. And I encourage others to do this. If you find yourself getting depressed, find yourself getting anxiety and all this stuff, which is very common in police officers, they have one of the highest rates of suicide out of like any occupation. It's just so stressful. So I developed a coping mechanism to deal with the BS. Some call it comedy. Other people call it acting like a 12-year-old on the internet. But I like to call it comedy because it makes me laugh. And it makes me feel better on the inside about the world that's just so ridiculous. So one of the things I started doing, because I would have to, at one point in my career, I would be serving these court summons to criminals, to the bad guys. And you go up to their house and you go knock knock, and they open the door and you're like, hello, I'm a nice police officer. I'm here to give you this piece of paper that says basically you got to take your ass to court, and someone is trying to take all your money, all your rights, all your freedoms, and try to throw you in jail, where you may or may not get butt fucked. Sucks to be you. But it is what it is. Here you go. And you know, they're usually pretty pissed off about it, understandably. They're in a tough spot in their life, but you know, that's just part of the job. And then you say to them, this is what I would do. It made me feel better because it's just a mind-numbing job. Hello, here's a piece of paper. You got to come to court. And they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And they piss and moan like a baby. Oh, that's what you do. That's what you do with the, thank you, Dooley, for reminding me of that lesson. That's actually the best way. If you get a hamburger from McDonald's, it's only good for one thing. Come on, puppy. Come on, baby. This is my good boy. This is my guard dog. He's my canine. He helps me get drugs. Come on, puppy. And hamburglers, because he can smell the hamburglers when in a pocket. Or not. He's just all over it. Come here, puppy. Dooley, hey, come on, man. Now, here you go. Good boy. Oh, yeah. Here you good boy. Here you good boy. This is my homeboy right here. So anyway, back to serving. So I said, hey, man, I know it sucks that you're getting served. You got to go to court. They're going to take all your money. And you got to spend thousands of dollars on lawyers and court fees and everything. Even though you may be innocent, you still going to call it. You're going to pay, boy. You're going to pay. Even to prove your own innocence, you're going to pay. Still got the court fees. You're going to pay. We're going to take your money just because you're accused. So it is what it is. And you say, hey, can I do a fun joke real quick? It's just to make myself feel better because I'm depressed on the inside. I have to deal with the horrible people all the time. I'm depressed. I think about suicide half the time. So I developed a coping mechanism to help me better deal with this fucking horrible job that I've got. And so here's my joke. Knock, knock. Who's here? It's me, the nice police officer. I came to give you a whooping, boy. Bend your ass over, and I'm gonna bap, 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 and whoop you like your mama should have. Because you a criminal now. And you say, no, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna paddle you. This ain't what this is for. But I want to give you an illustration of kind of how badly your life is going right now. It sucks to be you, I know. But here's a little thing I made. It's a little thing I like to do to keep myself happy. And this lemon is basically represents what I just gave you in your hand, that piece of paper that says we trying to throw you in buttfuck prison. And it's a lemon. But when life gives you lemons, you have to make lemonade. So I trust that everything's going to be okay if you make the right decisions and go about this in an optimistic and purposeful way. Thank you for your time, sir. You have been served. Delicious. So, that's what you do. You can do that if you want to. I don't see a problem with it. It helps me stay sane. So otherwise, as a police officer, you know, it maybe make you go crazy if you're a police officer. So, also, hijabs. People with hijabs, everybody know, they terrorists. So, make sure that they're extra suspicious. So, take your canine, go sniff around their truck, and if you find any bombs, then you know what to do. All right, guys, I think that's all I have to say for today. You know, and if the bad guys give you too much shit, you know, you gotta tackle them and you gotta fight them. And sometimes you gotta take their life, and that's a big responsibility. But that's where you come into the fancy officer training school. Not the military officers, but the police officer training school. And sometimes the bad guys are bad. You know, there are no rules. If you have to take their life with your gun, you just have to do that. Sometimes you gotta crack their nuts. Sometimes you gotta kick their nuts like that. And then teach them a lesson. And just hope that you make it home safe to your family that night. All right, y'all. God bless. Peace out.